Greetings, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. I had to pause the live stream. Shout out to my man Rob, who also just sent this to me, but I was already taking a screenshot. I'm in between classes. I'm watching the twitch.tv/kabam live stream, and I think at the time of recording this, it's still going on. So if it publishes, by the time it's published, go over, check it out yourself. This is the greatest community idea in Mcoc history. I am so happy and shocked. Shout out to Seaton and others. They were the ones that got the credit in the slide, and I want to make sure to give credit where credit is due. So, look, I am going to contribute a lot to this event. I might be the leader in this event because despite my roster, my skills are very much underwhelming. It is something that I definitely know I am going to struggle with. I used so many revives on the Abyss boss. So many revives. It was pathetic. People laughed at me. I did it live. I might do this live. I don't know. Not this week, though. I mean, I got to teach. I'm going to definitely take notes from people who jump in first, and thank you to the brave people who are jumping into this first. But this is milestone rewards just for the community acclamation of deaths. So we know there are going to be 5 million deaths. 5 million. You know how many people it's going to take to jump into Necropolis? Let's say everybody dies 100 times. Now, maybe it's going to be a lot more than that. Maybe it's going to be less. It'll even out. But let's just say for the sake of argument with the millions of deaths that everyone dies 100 times, that's going to take 50,000 people to do Necropolis to get 5 million deaths. But when you die, you can say, "You're welcome, community." You know, I'm not a noob. I'm a gifter. I'm a martyr. I'm Santa. I am giving you my deaths towards this goal. And the final rewards from a free 7-star crystal to 200, not 100, 200 tier 2 primordial dust. Talk about game changing. That's like $640 worth of dust, I believe, because it's $80 for, is it $80 for 25 dust? Is that right? So it's 160 for 50 and 320 for 100. And this is 200. And then this looks, when it doesn't say crystal, when it says a rank up gem, that's a generic. That's any 7-star to rank 2 just from dying. So in some ways, the people like Seaton and Legacy and Brian Grant and KT1, you know, the best of the best summoners, Karate Mike, I could go on and talk about all the people in this community that I'll never be as good as. And I don't expect people to even include my name in conversations with those people because honestly, I don't deserve it. They're way better players and content creators than me. So I'm just thankful to be the janitor at the popular table of Mcoc content creators. But regardless, they're not going to contribute the deaths nearly as much as I am. So in this way, maybe I'm the most valuable Mcoc content creator out there. I will die more than anyone you've ever seen for the good of the community. It's not because I'm a noob and I just need to get good. It's because I'm just giving out gifts. Hopefully you understand the definition of sarcasm. But regardless, this is the greatest community gift in Mcoc history. This is something that we should all be thankful. And this is what Kabam Jax, my bromance guy that I feel like we'd be best friends in another life, but we're probably never going to meet. And it makes me sad, but also I'm sure I do a YouTube channel he doesn't necessarily care for. Jax, I love you. Bromance. Anyhow, he said this is kindness from them to the community, and we should be celebrating that kindness. This is the opposite of Kabam trying to give us something that's kind of shady because it clearly is made to make them money. Like, for instance, the Caps commissary store. That was the opposite of this. That was a ton of units for terrible value. That was just stealing people's units. This is the opposite. This is, I guess indirectly they're taking your units because you've got a revive, right? And that's going to be the counter argument from people. It's like, well, yeah, they want to make money off of revives. And so if I'm going to die 100 times, I need 100 revives to not have to restart. All of that is true. And also, obviously, people are going to go way more than 100 revives if they explore it. And so maybe this is going to get some people motivated to explore it instead of just complete it. That is a byproduct of the psychology of how this is coded and laid out. But regardless, this is amazing. This is so good. And this is a story worth celebrating and sharing, not just in a YouTube video for content creation, but far and wide on all of the socials, all the Discord servers, all the Line servers, all the Reddit posts, all the community forums. We all need to contribute to this because this is the best thing we've ever seen. And it starts with an Abyss Nexus crystal. It starts with a straight banger and more tier 2 primordial dust. What is that? Is that 3 6-stars you can ascend after this? Am I getting that right? 300 tier 2 primordial dust. Anyhow, Rob, thank you for sending this to me. I was already in the midst of recording, but I did see your text. Have a good one, YouTube. Let's celebrate this. History is made.